Hello friends, welcome to this lecture of the lecture series on the basics of the transformer and transformer design. In last lecture we have seen the mathematical expression for calculation of the voltage regulation. Means we have derived the approximate formula. Then after that we have seen the efficiency of the transformer. Then after that we have seen the condition for the maximum efficiency and how to calculate the load for the maximum efficiency, load corresponding to the maximum efficiency. In this lecture we will see what are the different methods for calculation or finding out the efficiency and regulation of the transformer. And before going to those methods, I want to teach you about the all-day efficiency of the transformer. So students, actually transformer are of two types: distribution transformer and power transformer. The power transformer are normally used for the transmission of the power, right? So those are used in the substation, receiving end substation and sending end substation, as well as secondary substations. But distribution transformer means the transformer those are supplying our lighting and the domestic load or general electrical network. Those transformer are called as the distribution transformer. Actually, the distribution transformers have their primary winding permanently connected to the power lines to give service to the consumer for 24 hours. Means this transformer is in running condition for 24 hours. Hence, in these types of transformer, iron loss which depends on the voltage, or the iron loss which is of constant magnitude, it is occurring throughout the 24 hours of the day irrespective of the load on the transformer. On other hand, as this transformer operates at different loads during the different hours of the day, they have changing copper loss depending upon the load, whether the load is high or it is medium or it is less. Depending upon the copper loss of the distribution transformer is changing, but the iron loss is constant and throughout the 24 hours for the distribution transformer. Therefore, while finding out the performance of such type of transformer under this condition, the efficiency normally computed on the energy basis, and that efficiency which is computed on the energy basis is known as all-day efficiency of the transformer or operational efficiency of the transformer. Friends, all-day efficiency of the transformer is defined as, first of all I will write down, all-day efficiency of the transformer is nothing but the ratio of the energy output in kWh over a period of 24 hours to the energy input in kWh over the same period. So I can write down all-day efficiency of the transformer as energy output in kWh. Why kWh? Because this transformer primary is connected to the power lines permanently to give the service to the consumer for all 24 hours or throughout the day. That's why the efficiency is expressed in terms of energy, right? Therefore, the efficiency is computed on the energy basis, and hence in the numerator I am taking the energy output in kWh over 24 hours. Divided by energy input in kWh over same period, means over 24 hours, into 100, so that we will get the all-day efficiency in the percentage. Okay, So how to define the all day efficiency for the distribution transformer? It is defined as ratio of the energy output over a period of 24 hours to the energy input over the same period. So whenever a transformer is to be selected for distribution purposes, we have to select a transformer for distribution who is having the higher all day efficiency. Means higher all day efficiency should be always preferred while selecting the distribution type of transformer. What is distribution transformer? The transformer which is supplying the lighting and domestic loads or general electrical network. That transformer is called as the distribution transformer. Then after covering this concept of all day efficiency, let us now study the methods of finding out the efficiency and regulation of the transformer. So just I will write down the heading here. Methods of finding efficiency and regulation of transformer. So student, keep one thing in mind. There are two types of methods which are used for finding out the efficiency and regulation of the transformer. So here I can write down the methods are classified as direct loading methods. Means by directly loading the transformer we can find out the efficiency, or second method is nothing but indirect loading methods. Means without any use of the load. So the efficiency and regulation of the transformer at any desired load and power factor can be found out by, first one is direct loading of the transformer and second one is indirect loading. So direct loading method, directly I will write down first method as a direct loading method, and the method in which we are not connecting the load directly, that method is called as indirect loading method, in which we are conducting. So second method is nothing but conducting open circuit and short circuit tests on the transformer. By carrying out these two tests, indirectly we can find out the efficiency of the transformer. So the method of finding out efficiency and regulation by direct loading method, this one, it is rarely used. This method is rarely used. I will tell you why it is rarely used. The direct loading method is rarely used because it is very difficult to obtain a suitable load for carrying out this direct loading method. Also, as we are connecting the load across the secondary of the transformer, the large power loss is involved during this test. So this method is rarely used. On other hand, this open circuit and short circuit test which is conducted on the transformer for finding out efficiency and regulation, that method gives us the desired results without actually loading on the transformer. So that's why without loading the transformer we can find out the efficiency and regulation of the transformer, and hence it is known as indirect method of testing the performance of the transformer. So OCSC test is the indirect loading method of finding out the efficiency and the regulation or the performance of the transformer. Also in indirect loading method, A very small power is required to carry out this test. Which test? Open circuit and short circuit test. In direct loading method, we will require more power to carry out the direct loading test. Whereas in indirect loading method, that is open circuit and short circuit test, when we are performing this test on the transformer, we will require very small power to carry out this test as compared to your direct loading method. And also the result obtained by using OCSC, that is open circuit and short circuit test, are accurate results. So let us see, first of all we will see the direct loading method for finding out the efficiency and the regulation of the transformer. So first of all I will write down here direct loading test. Why this test is used? To find out the regulation and the efficiency. So first of all I will draw the circuit diagram for this. So this one is the experimental setup for carrying out the direct loading test on the transformer. See student, the efficiency and regulation at any desired condition, load condition, and the power factor can be found out by directly loading the transformer as shown in this figure. So what I have done in this figure, the primary of the transformer, this one is the transformer. Wait 1 minute. So this one is your transformer. The primary of this transformer is connected across AC supply of the rated voltage. So I have written one single phase AC supply here. And this primary of the transformer is connected to the AC supply through the instrument like ammeter, voltmeter and wattmeter. A variable load is connected across secondary. One ammeter, one voltmeter and one wattmeter is placed on the secondary side also as shown in the figure. We have connected the voltage to the primary winding through the variac, which is also called as the auto transformer. Why that is like this, I will tell you. So by varying the loads in suitable step, means this load we have to vary in the suitable step, and readings are taken on all the meters which are connected on the primary and secondary side. These readings we have to take from no load to about, readings are from no load to 25% above full load. So by varying the loads in suitable step, we have to take reading from no load to about 25% above the full load. And here by introducing the variac or the auto transformer, 1 minute. By introducing this variac or the auto transformer, what we have done, we have maintained the rated voltage across the primary throughout the test, and by maintaining that voltage constant, various observations that we have to record in the tabular format. So what is the observation table for this test? I will tell you. So the observation table, so I will write down in this table what value you have to take. So here I have drawn one observation table. So what we have to do? We have to vary the load in the suitable step, and we have to take the reading on the both side of the transformer, that is primary and secondary. So here I will write down the readings of the primary side, and on this I will write down the secondary side. Right. So what is the reading we are taking on the primary side? Voltage connected to the primary winding, current flowing through the primary winding, and the power in the primary circuit. Similarly, all readings we have to take on the secondary side. Here suffix 1 denote to the primary, and suffix 2 is there for denoting the secondary winding. So series of the readings we have to take. Up to what? From we have to take the reading from no load to about 25% above the full load. So these various reading we have to take, and after that we have to do the calculation for efficiency and the regulation. So first of all, see what are the calculation for efficiency. So the wattmeters on the primary and secondary side respectively read the input power and the output power, right? So the wattmeter which is connected on the primary side will give me the input power, and the wattmeter which is connected on the output side give me the output power, right? So what is our efficiency? We have seen in the last lecture. Efficiency is nothing but the ratio of the output to the input. So I can write down efficiency is equal to output power upon input power, right? That equals to, what is output power? Denoted by wattmeter which is connected on the secondary side, let it be W2, and the wattmeter which is connected on the primary side, let denote it by W1. So the efficiency is nothing but wattmeter 2 reading upon wattmeter 1 reading into 100. That will give you the efficiency of the transformer. So if your load is purely resistive with unity power factor, when your load is purely resistive, if I am going to connect the lamp load at the output side. So if I am connecting the lamp load here, means what is my power factor? My power factor will be unity. So if load is purely resistive, the wattmeter on the secondary side we can eliminate. Why to eliminate? Just the product of this V2, voltage on the secondary side and the current on the secondary side, this product will give me the W2, that is V2 into I2. V2 into I2 watts. But if your load is not resistive, then we have to put wattmeter on the secondary side also for measuring the output power, right? This because with your unity power factor load, output power is nothing but product of voltage and current. So for resistive load, I can write down here, if I have only 1 wattmeter and resistive load, my efficiency formula can be modified as percentage efficiency is equal to, what is output power? V2 I2 upon input power W1 into 100. Now let us see the calculation of the regulation. Calculation of regulation. Under no load condition, when my secondary is open circuited. Under no load condition means when my secondary is open circuited, what is my current? My current is 0. At no load, what is my output current? Output current I2 means current flowing through secondary winding is 0. So the voltmeter reading on the secondary side of this circuit diagram, the voltmeter reading on the secondary side of this diagram gives me the no load secondary terminal voltage, right? Let us that voltage is, let secondary terminal voltage is equal to E2 at this condition. At no load, let V2 is equal to E2, which is nothing but secondary terminal voltage at no load. Then easily we can find out the voltage regulation. My percentage voltage regulation will be E2 minus V2 upon E2 into 100. So for every reading you can find out the regulation by taking this. So first reading, so when my I2 will be 0, my W2 will be 0. At that time, what is my V2? My V2 is nothing but E2. My V2 is nothing but E2, right? What is this V1? This is the rated voltage of the transformer. At that time, my primary will take some value of the current. Primary will take some power from the supply to overcome the no load losses, right? So this reading is now for second reading. Suppose you are getting some voltage here. So this E2 minus this voltage divided by E2, you can find out the regulation. So in this way, if we calculate the efficiency and regulation for all the readings that we have taken from no load to 25% above the full load, all the readings, if we find out the efficiency and the regulation, then we have to plot the graphs. We have to plot the graphs. Which graphs we have to plot? We have to plot two graphs here. Just a minute. So take load current on the secondary x-axis. What is load current? Load current is nothing but your I2 in amperes, right? And on y-axis, if you take efficiency and regulation, then you will get the graph like this. When the load increases up to certain point, your efficiency will increase, then it will attain some maximum value. After that, if you increase the load, then your efficiency starts decreasing. And as the load current increases, your regulation will increase linearly. So this graph, this nature of the graph you will get for regulation, and this should be the graph that you should get for the efficiency. So from the whatever the result obtained, we have to plot the curve for efficiency and the regulation against the current, or you can take the output power here, load current, or you can take the output power. Okay, then the efficiency and regulation at any desired load can be, we can find out from this curves. We can find out the efficiency and regulation at any desired load condition from this curve. So this is all about the direct loading test on the transformer. Direct loading test on the transformer means we are directly connecting the load across secondary side, and by dividing the output power of the load divided by the input power taken from the supply, we can find out the efficiency as well as the regulation by directly loading the transformer. So here I will stop in this lecture. In next lecture we will go for the indirect method of finding out the efficiency and regulation of the transformer. What is that indirect method? In that indirect method we are going to perform open circuit and short circuit test on the transformer. These two tests are independent tests carried out on the transformer, and with the help of the data that is obtained by using this, by performing this test, we can find out the efficiency and regulation of the transformer. So in next lecture we will see the OCSC test on the transformer. Thank you students. If you like this video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.